Welcome to Breaking News. I'm Miley and bring for you latest news on today. President Donald Trump is following through on his threat to take his rhetoric and turn it up, again upping his attacks on the media. Even all calls across the country to turn down the temperature on divisiveness after a week of disturbing violence.
A few hours later, another suspicious package, similar to the pipe bombs mailed out last week, was found addressed to CNN. The FBI is investigating. Last week was a scary one in the United States. A Florida man was arrested for sending bombs to 13 prominent Democrats and critics of the president. A white man in Kentucky shot and killed 2 black people at a grocery store in what appears to have been a racially motivated attack. And a Pittsburgh man killed 11 people in a synagogue in what has been deemed a hate crime. There has been some suggestion that the president might need to tone things down in light of such events. But after a slight attempt to do so, he tried to be nice in campaign rallies this weekend. To limited success, he appears to have decided to ratchet up his rhetoric yet again. He slammed the press in a pair of tweets on Monday morning, saying the great anger in the United States is caused in part by inaccurate and even fraudulent reporting of the news. He called the press the true enemy of the people and said that if the media reported the news accurately and fairly, it would put out the flame of anger and outrage. Fake news must end, he wrote. He also went after the media in a tweet on Sunday, saying the fake news is doing everything in their power to blame Republicans and him for division and hatred in the country and saying it's actually fake and dishonest, reporting that's the problem. And at a North Carolina rally on Friday, Trump decried political violence, only to then point the fingers at the press, which he said has a major role to play as far as tone and as far as everything. His critics elicited boos from the audience and chants of CNN sucks. CNN received one of the 13 pipe bombs sent last week, and authorities found another suspicious package a few hours after Trump's tweet. Trump, who has been trying to stoke fears about Democratic Party mobs, also said that people don't blame the Democratic Party every time radical leftists seize and destroy public property and unleash violence and mayhem. Attacks on the media and declaring the press the enemy of the people is par for the course for the president, but in the current context they appear perhaps especially out of place. Beyond the most recent developments, like CNN being sent a bomb, Saudi Arabian journalist Jamal Khashoggi was killed at the start of the month as part of a plot linked to the country's government. While the current streak of violence can't be directly connected to Trump, there are certainly threats of his rhetoric in recent events. The Pittsburgh shooting suspect's social media posts indicate that he believed Jews were at fault for helping transport members of the migrant caravans from Central America that Trump has been stoking fears about for weeks. The mail bomber was a Trump supporter who was vocal about his contempt for the president's opponents. The president denounced anti-Semitism over the weekend, but in the past, such as in the wake of racist violence in Charlottesville, Virginia last year, he offered a lukewarm response to calls for him to speak out against white nationalism. Fears and tensions are heightened in the US right now, and it appears the president might not help improve the situation.
And this story appears in Breaking News, a news from us on the latest twist and turns around. Trump calls media the true enemy of the people. Subscribe and follow us along with more about Trump administration policy. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the duration of today's program. Thank you for watching.